Good morning, Mills River students. How are you doing today? I am doing great on this fine Wednesday morning. Enjoying that beautiful weather outside, cool but sunny. I hope you guys are getting outside and getting lots of exercise and getting a little bit of sun, but not too much sun because it's good for you. All right, so exciting news. We have a challenge going on this week. That's right. All you have to do is write down on a piece of paper like what you want to be when you grow up, and you hold it up and get somebody in your family to take a picture of you, or you could take a short video and use your words and tell us like, hi, I want to be a what do you want to be when you grow up? And then send that to me, and you will be in this week's challenge video that goes out every Friday. Now, I've been talking about the talent show for a while now. It's officially live. It's out there. I sent out an email to all of our teachers and staff today. Also sent out an email to all the students, and hopefully we'll figure out how to forward that out to all the parents. And this year's talent show, of course, every grade is invited. We have lots of different cool categories, like a whole family category, like a funny category, creativity category, music, dance, pretty much anything you can think of category. So I hope many of you choose to participate and be a part of this year's virtual talent show. Hopefully a one-time thing, but we're going to have lots of fun with it. I'm super excited to put all these videos together and then sit down with my family. Doesn't start till like middle of March, like March 13th. Sit down with some popcorn and watch all of our awesome, talented Mills River students put on their best performances. All right. For today, for our mindful moment, we're going to start with that. We're going to do one of my favorite activities that I have been doing with kids since I first worked at a summer camp in 2005. That was before you guys were born, wasn't it? But it is a good one. It worked well then, and it worked well, and it will work well today. For our mindful moment, we're going to think of 3 things. One thing that you're proud of, one positive thing that means something good, you just throw it out there, and one thing that you learned. And instead of just doing it for today, we'll do, since we've been doing school at home. So I'll go, and then you can pause it and you can go at home. You can tell your family or whoever you're watching this with, or just yourself in your head, your answers to these 3 questions. So I am proud of myself, and this is hard to do, for keeping a positive attitude and making the best of the situation. A positive that I have is my garden outside. It's something that makes me happy. And something I've learned, oh man, I've learned so much during this school time at home. But just digging a little deeper, heart level, I'm going to say I've learned how much relationships and being able to connect with people means to me. And actually, my goal for this school year, I know we all have goals. Mine was to connect. And I've just learned so much more about what connect really means during this school at home time. So that's my proud, positive, and learned. What's your proud, positive, and learned? All right, moving right along. Attitude in a jar. Okay, let's see what we have today. Life's treasures have an open door. I guess that means the things that are good, because what's a treasure? Treasure is something that's important, something you hold dear. have an open door. It means it's available. It means you just need to walk through it. So life's treasures have an open door. Go out there and find what you like to do. Walk through that door, and there you'll find your treasure. All right, attitude in a jar always takes us pretty deep. A little less deep, a little bit more fun. Choices in a can. This is an interesting one. If you had to choose, go to school at 3 o'clock in the morning or at bedtime. Wow. Well, when I was in college, school kind of started around my bedtime. That's when I got around to doing my studying and study all night. 3 o'clock in the morning doesn't sound too fun with me. So even though I'm not in college anymore, I'd still say if I had to choose, I would do school at bedtime. Crazy, right? Remember, you have to choose which one is it going to be for you. Would you rather go to school at 3 o'clock in the morning or bedtime? Your choice. Choices, so many choices. All right, time to go away, Froggy. All right, today's story, it's a good one. The North Star by Peter H. Reynolds. Ask yourself, where is it you want to go? And of course, this week's YouTube challenge is for you to send me, begin with the end in mind thought, something that you might want to be when you grow up. Of course, you have plenty of time to change your mind many times. Even grown-ups change their mind about what they want to be when they're grown up, even if they're already grown up. Crazy, right? So this is a story about finding habit 8, finding your voice, and about having dreams, having goals, and being open to life's adventures. You guys ready? I'm ready. The North Star. A sweet breeze met the boy as he awoke on his journey. See the little boy right there? Going on a journey. He traveled on all fours for quite some time, and he grew. And he paused. One day, he had the urge to stand and then to walk. It made his journey easier. He could run too, but for the most part, he walked. He wasn't afraid of much. That was a special moment in your lives when you first learned to walk. You should ask your parents about it. He wandered the fields, exploring, sometimes stopping, sometimes going happily in circles, and sometimes dancing, sometimes even napping. One day the boy saw an oak leaf drift and land drift through the air and land on the water. He wondered how the leaf managed to float, the way the stars seemed to float in the night sky. See that little leaf right there? It's good to be curious and figure out how things work. A spray of sand interrupted his thoughts. "Where are you going in such a hurry?" asked the boy. But the rabbit shot out of sight, disappearing onto a path the boy had never noticed before. The boy left the floating leaf and wandered toward the path. There he saw a cat. The cat purred gently. "Where did the rabbit go in such a hurry?" the boy asked the cat. "He was in a rush to start his journey. It's time for you to start your journey too." A little sign right here that says, "This way." Have you ever gone on a journey? I love journeys. "Oh, but I have been on a journey," the boy cried. "I've seen many wonderful things. Some I understand, and some I don't. Like how the leaf floats on the water." "Well, that is fascinating," the cat said. "But I'd hate for you to be late. You don't want to be left behind." "Behind?" the boy asked. "Who's ahead of me?" "You won't believe how many. You know, you're not the only one on this journey. Plenty ahead of you and lots to follow." It's an interesting cat. The boy began walking down the path. It stretched out far ahead of him. Signs kept pointing him along the way. Some parts of the journey were easy, and some were very difficult. I was just on a journey over spring break, and there were a few parts of my journey as I traveled down a river in my kayak that were very difficult. But I'm sure glad I kept going and finished my journey. Although he was following the well-worn path, he had a growing feeling that he was lost. The forest seemed to be growing thicker. The soil was wet and muddy, making every step a struggle. Clouds had rolled in overhead, and the darkness closed in around him. After many miles, many difficult miles, he could not take another step. He noticed an oak leaf drift from the sky, and it sailed with ease. It swirled on the breeze and was carried deep into the forest. The leaf disappeared behind a grove of trees. He stepped off the path to follow it. What do you guys think about that? Good idea or bad idea to step off the path? We'll see. The boy found the leaf floating on a pond in a peaceful clearing, like a delicate boat on a dreamy voyage. His thoughts were interrupted by a voice. "Oh, there you are. I was worried," said the cat. "Don't wander off like that. Now hurry, you're falling behind." So the boy ran, and he ran, and he ran. And as he ran, he noticed the forest was getting darker and darker. The muddy ground became covered with water. He could no longer see the path. He sloshed through the swamp. This book is a lot like my kayak adventure. Until he came to a clearing in the forest. There he saw, I wonder what he saw. A bird. "You look lost," said Bird. "I don't think so. I'm not sure if I'm lost," the boy replied. "I really hadn't thought about it." "Hadn't thought about it," said the bird. "You must have some idea of where you're going, yes?" "Well, I've been following the path. It seems as if many people have taken it before me, and there have been many signs along the way. And a very helpful cat guided me back to the path when I started to wander. The crickets fell silent and the bird asked, "But where do you want to be going?" "I'm not sure," said the boy as he looked around at the dark and tangled swamp. "But I do know that this isn't where I want to be. I guess I am lost." The bird said, "Ask yourself where it is you want to go, and then follow the signs you already know." Hmm. What signs? Where are they? The bird flew off into the cloudy night sky. The boy looked up into the sky, something he had not done in a very, very long time. He tried desperately to see where the bird had gone, and as he did, the clouds seemed to melt. And there, above him, was a star, a very bright star. The boy stared at the star and felt a pang in his heart. The boy stared at the star, a tingling in his spine and a whisper in his ear. He could hear the star. The voice sounded so familiar. Hmm. The boy began to walk toward the star, and as he did, he noticed many other stars stretched out above him like a great big map. They had been there all along, waiting for him. He stopped and rested a moment, savoring his guiding stars. "What are you staring at?" croaked a voice from behind him. "What is up there? What is so interesting?" The boy waited closely and answered, "Stars. I'm looking at stars." "What stars?" asked the frog. "I see a dark sky and mist and low green clouds." "You don't see them?" the boy asked. "They're helping guide me out of the swamp. Would you like to come with me?" Hey, cute little froggy. "No, thank you," the frog smiled. "I'm quite at home here in the bog. I swam here as a tadpole, and I grew up here. And here I will stay." The boy realized at that moment that everyone has a different journey, different signs, and different stars, their own constellations. The boy left the frog, who croaked a farewell. "Ribbit, good luck on your journey." As he ventured beyond the swampy forest, the boy heard a cry. It was Rabbit, who had been in such a hurry earlier, looking tired and now hungry. He was stranded on a limb in the middle of the rushing river. Oh boy, what has he gotten himself into? The boy waded out, but realized that the river was too deep. The rabbit was trapped. He saw an oak leaf drift by. It gave him an idea. The boy fashioned a boat out of swamp grass and twigs and rescued the rabbit. The boy smiled, having helped make the rabbit's journey easier. The boy looked up and he noticed that the star had become even brighter. He followed the star, and as he did, the muddy ground grew drier, then grassy, then soft and even sandy. Finally, he came to rest on the top of a dune. There below him was a beach and a boat. The boy looked out toward the horizon. The star glowed steadily, reminding him that he still had a long journey ahead. But it was his own journey, his very own wonderful journey. And instead of saying the end, it says the beginning. What a wonderful story about a few different habits, especially habit 8, finding your voice. Finding out what makes you you, not trying to be like your friend, not trying to follow and do exactly what somebody else in your family has done, but finding out what it is that you bring to the world and what the world has in store for you. If only everyone could find and follow their own star. And today, I hope, students, that you listen to your heart and you find your star and dream big. Follow the things that make you happy. All right. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in to Storytime with Mr. Bassett.